been in your waters.
What is up, guys? I hope you are creating a amazing day. Creating meaning you're in control of it, not anybody else. Here to talk about what's going on this week at Adapting Social. We have so many amazing things that are going on this week. Number one, in the office today, we got Billy and Nicole crushing it. We got Nicole in front of the camera. Did you do that yet already? And Nicole is editing herself in this one this week. So we have a lot going on here, a lot of great stuff. Right now, one of the things that we're working on at Adapting Social is just better structured meetings. There's so many times where meetings can be a calculated waste of fucking time. And it's the worst thing, right? So if you're one of the people that find yourselves in a million meetings a week, you have to ask yourself one question. What is the actual action that comes out of these meetings? If you go there and everybody's just all talking and it's all laughter and it's all okay, this, that, whatever, and you don't leave that meeting with actionable plans that you can move away from this meeting with and actually measure those actionable plans in the next meeting, or if you meet again, then you're wasting your time, right? So this week we're working on restructuring how we have meetings at Adapting Social, because our time is very valuable, throughout us, our team, our clients. So it's important that we have a better structured meeting. Secondly, we're restarting our book club. So we're gonna have, right now, our leadership and executive team, it's mandatory that we read X amount of books each quarter to learn, to grow, and to develop ourselves as professionals. But we're opening up the book club again to the whole team so that everybody can be a part of that learning, that growing, that process for people who do want to be in that. So we're super excited about that. Learning and growing is everything. You're either growing or you're fucking dying, bottom line. And lastly, we have a huge webinar / in-person Adapt and Grow that we're relaunching, which is an awesome event. It's a tactical 360 strategy on preparing for 2023. It's gonna be happening in November. We're super stoked on it, so stay tuned on that. The last one, we had over 400 plus people. We had Ryan Serhan as our keynote speaker. It was badass. So, this year we're gonna do something just as badass. We're gonna have people all over the country able to watch in, which we're stoked about. We're gonna have a panelist of legal experts to protect your business on every angle. Secondly, we're gonna have CFO talking about strategies for your business with your cash flow. Third, we are going to have myself talking about sales, recruiting, marketing, branding, building that brand, turning your digital footprint into a revenue channel. And last but not least, we're gonna have a coach, an executive coach, take presence on what you need to be doing to unlock your growth, and what high-performing experts are doing to make that happen for them. So stay tuned, all that good stuff is happening here, and I hope everybody out there enjoys the video, and create a great day. It's up to you. Oh you got the gimbal today.
I got it out.
So right now we're brainstorming on essentially building out a new tagline for adapting. But one thing I do want to say though is I love the stand-up, right? So I did this, it's a freaking, what do you call those things? A command hook or a command strip. Put this bad boy on here. But the whole point is when I'm working, like I do want to stand sometimes too. So before we got the stand-up desks out there, I would actually pop this guy on and I would just have meetings up here so I can stand, get the blood flowing. It's not good to always be sitting, it's bad for your heart, so I like to do a little bit of both. But today we have a lot of stuff going on, so stay tuned, guys. Billy is about to go check in with Nicole. Did you already check in with Nicole? Keep rolling, go out there and be like, what are you working on? Hit her with the Billy question.
Okay, Nicole, you got anything exciting going on?
Yeah, I have a meeting in 2 minutes, but at the moment I'm doing a video for a client. That's about it.
All right, thank you.
Even though Nicole's editing it, make sure we get Nicole in all these. Nicole's gonna edit herself out. Yeah. What's up, guys? So, insane story. I have to tell it. As most of you know, Jacqueline and I, are pregnant. We had our first anatomy scan, which is where they essentially determine the sex of the baby. That being said, we go, but we don't want to know because we want to be able to be surprised and just live in the moment when we actually have our child and be like, holy shit, this is a boy or a girl, and I'm a girl dad, I'm a boy dad, I don't know, right? Like you're gonna know in that moment, so it's so raw, it's so authentic. So we told everybody at the anatomy scan, we don't want to know anything. We're there for almost 2 hours plus because the baby wasn't turning properly, for the imaging. And so we're finally getting ready to leave. And the whole time we're like dodging bullets. Like the technician would be like, don't look now. So we would look away. Don't look now. So we're looking, we're not looking. So right almost at the end, Jacqueline asks one question and she goes, how heavy is the baby? And the lady goes, oh, let me check. And she pulls up a chart on the screen and I see the sex of the baby at the top right. And I'm like, no! I'm like, I saw it. So Jacqueline didn't see because she was laying down, obviously getting the stuff done on her stomach. And so I sat there, I was like, oh my God, now I know what it is. We get in the car, we're driving home, and I'm dead quiet. Because I'm like, I can't, like, do I tell her? Do I not tell her? Like, do I ruin it? Like, so we're driving home, and I'm like thinking of what I'm gonna do. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I can't know, right, and not tell her for the next 4 or 5 months down the road here, because I'll go crazy. So what I wound up doing is, we get home, I hide my phone on the mantle and start recording, and I sit her down and I tell her, do you want to know or do you not want to know? And she's like, no, I don't. And she's obviously upset because we both didn't want to know. And then she was like, all right, tell me. And so I tell her, we start crying our eyes out. Oh my God, it's crazy. We know what we're having. It's insane. So fast forward, she goes, I'm going to call the doctor just to confirm. So I was like, Jack, I saw it clear as day on the screen. The sex of the baby was written out. I saw it. It was the biggest thing on the screen. She's like, yeah, but I just want to make sure, just want to make sure. She calls in the morning. I wound up coming home. Then she's like, I wanna like do like a letter to the baby, and I wanna like video it. Like, so I wrote something. I want you to read it. So she starts recording, and I was like, why do you want me to read it? I like, okay, fine, I'll read it. So I opened this letter, and essentially the letter said that what I read was wrong. So in a matter of less than 24 hours, we thought we had one sex, and we like literally were like picturing all that, and then literally the next day realized that it was completely wrong. And it's like a fucking sitcom through this whole trial and everything that happened there. So I was wrong. Whatever I saw on the screen was incorrect. So now we know what we're having. But I wanted to share that because that's literally insane. And like in a matter of less than 24 hours, we imagined ourselves having X baby, and now we're having another different version of it. So either way, super super excited. Still, all we want is a healthy child. But had to share that because it's been an insane roller coaster, but in the best way possible.
When that happened?
Yesterday. Literally fucking yesterday.
That could be a plot for
Literally, like it should be on Seinfeld.